In a North Korean village in 1965, dawn broke only with a sharp, ear-piercing whistle. Chomin woke to the sound, extending a trembling hand toward his children sleeping in the cold corner of the room. His wife, Sunhee, had already raced into the kitchen, trying to light a fire with wet wood to boil a little watery corn soup. There was only a handful of grains in the pot, just enough to tint the water a pale color that made them think it was food. The two children, Jiwon and Hayoung, sat around the pot, staring at it with eyes wider than their empty stomachs. The father tried to smile as he handed out the soup, but he knew that every spoonful wouldn't quell his hunger, but would only postpone his screams until the evening. At 7 o'clock, Chomin stood in front of the factory gate, where an old machine was waiting to swallow his day. 8 continuous hours of hammering and welding, in which sweat was measured not by achievement, but by loyalty. His colleagues were like him, with tired faces and thin bodies, repeating their movements like a small cog in a vast machine whose purpose they knew nothing about. In the evening, they all sat in the village hall, listening to a new speech from the party about the greatness of the leader and the prosperous future of the nation. The audience applauded, some with fake tears, while hungry questions swarmed in their hearts. When will we eat? When will we sleep without being awakened by the cold? When will we dream without being afraid? Chomin returned to his small hut and found his children sleeping next to their mother on the mats. He sat beside them, watching their pale faces in the dim light of the lamp. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a piece of dry bread he had secretly kept from the factory. He quietly placed it next to his eldest son's pillow, like a secret gift from a powerless father. At that moment, he realized that the 1960s in his country were not just ordinary years, but a vast prison guarded by sirens, timetables, and limited food intake. Yet his heart kept whispering, "They may imprison the body, but no one can quench the soul's hunger for freedom."